Amazing. You can see my screen?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah,
So the last session, right, we covered, right, that price moves from a fresh level to another fresh level. Is that correct on the daily chart? So basically how the storyline moves, it will ignore some levels like this one. See that? So it completely broke it. There is a reason for that, right? And there is a reason why price came up with this move right here and then went down all over again. So storyline is basically price moving from a fresh level to another fresh level. I told you to find the swing points in the markets and the levels that started it. So after I've seen your homework, there was a major mistake between all of you. So this mistake, right? One of you told me, oh, this up move right here didn't come from anything, right? Let's check. Let's check right here. So you see this? It's correct. It did not come from anything right here, but it doesn't necessarily have to basically start to swing from a level on the left. Okay, it might create a level inside of here and then react from it and then start a storyline from it. So let me show you here how the swing started, right? So the swing started after price did what? Created this gap, right? Closing of the first candle, right? Then reacted from it and started the swing. So what I'm trying to say is that price doesn't necessarily have to catch a level on the left. It can create one and then react from it. Simply just like this one, right? This whole move right here. It did not come from this one, so it did not touch it. But where did this sell come from? So it came from this level that it created by itself, right? So this is one of the common mistakes I've seen you guys do. Okay. Some of the others, I've seen like some stupid stuff. I'm sorry, I gotta be harsh, but that was so stupid. Like some of you were marking the openings. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, guys? Some of you were missing levels. Some of you didn't even understand the homework. Let me just go check real quick again. So the homework one doesn't necessarily have to be correct. So as long as you understand how to mark the levels, you train your eyes seeing them, that's all that matters. So the first homework is nothing serious. So all right. So the swing points is what matter. Now you have to identify the start and the finish of the storyline. So you have two signs. The first sign basically presents only 10% of the starting of the storyline or the finish of the storyline, which is a rejection. It's very simple. Now you have a daily level right here. Right, a daily level right here. Price is approaching that daily level. And the first sign that this daily level, we said that price moves from daily to daily. And the first sign that price is going to move from this daily to the other daily is rejection. That's the first sign. So you will have a candlestick, right? And a rejection. Okay, a simple rejection. It doesn't matter if it's a long wick. It doesn't matter if it's a small rejection, right? As long as you understand what's a rejection, that's all that matters, right? So just a wick on top of the daily. That's the first sign, but that is just 10%, okay? It's just 10%. What's the second sign? The second sign is the momentum. The momentum on how price was approaching this daily, right? So when price approaches this daily in a fast momentum, the rejection doesn't really matter. What's the momentum? Price going so fast at this level, let's say it goes like this, and then a big candle like that. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention the momentum is on H4, right? This is daily, and then the momentum is on H4. So if it goes up so fast, right, just be careful, okay? Rejection doesn't really matter. You have to wait for the second sign. The second sign is the breakout, okay? One time frame lower breakout. You can use it on H4, or if you see that the level is way lower there, you can go to H1. And H1, the probability of H1 starting a daily storyline is lower than H4. So if H4 gives you a breakout, so let's say price gives you an H4 breakout right here, right? An H4 external breakout. We will basically go through the external and internal breakout. So once this happens, H4 external breakout, right? and the daily rejection, the daily storyline is officially bearish, and we are at least going to the next daily, right? We will have so many dailies. We will have this daily, this daily, this daily, this daily. Where is the closest daily? The closest daily is right here. So our expectation should be just here, okay? I will show you later how to neglect some of the levels. So price is going to go there, right? At least there. So yeah, when you have an H4 breakout, daily rejection, boom. But there is an exception. As I said, if the H4 breakout is way too low, let's say like this, right? And the low is right here. It's like way too far on H4. You're not supposed to wait for all of that for storyline to start. So you drop one time frame lower, which is on H1. But the breakout on H1 is not going to be on line chart. So here I'm drawing the line chart. This is H4, right? Let's say this is H4. The breakout that happened here is on line chart. But on H1, the breakout should not be on line. I mean, you can use line chart to help yourself, but it should break the line chart with the wick. It has to break both. This is on H1. And you only use H1 when H4 is too far. Let me show you an example here. So you see this gap that we rejected, guys? See that gap being rejected by this daily candle right here? This is called a rejection. So how, right? How do you basically identify the start of a bearish storyline from this level? You can go to H4, right? Which is the best thing to do. And the latest low that has been made is right here. See that? It's way too far. Do you really want to wait for this to start selling? No, you don't want to wait for that. So the second option is to go to H1. Now for H1, it's not really too far. It's just here. Okay. Now some of you might tell me it's this one, but this is where the external and the internal breakout plays itself. So what's an internal external breakout? So as I said, this is a daily price approaching. Now you should monitor where price touched the daily on that time frame. Let's say if you're on H1 or H4. So when price touches, you start monitoring, right? Basically put a vertical line. Right, you put a vertical line, and then once you put a vertical line, okay, let me just make this proper. Fucking bad at drawing, guys. So like this, right? Now you forget about the price action that happened here. You only focus before, and the low, the last low that has been made before we touched is the external low, and that's the low that should be broken. But let's say price makes this one, right? And then it breaks it. This low has been made after or before the touch, guys? After the touch. So this one is automatically internal, and it doesn't count. If we break this, it doesn't mean that we are bearish. Price can just do this, right? Now, let me give you the example that I'm talking about right here. Okay. Why is this external and why is this internal? Now focus with me, right? So you go to line chart, external, internal. Now it seems like we touched it right here, but when you actually check candlesticks, look where we touched it. We touched it right here, right? So this low, is this low made after or before the touch? After the touch, right? See that? After the touch. So this one, if we break this one, it doesn't really matter, okay? Doesn't really matter. That's internal. We don't care. So since we are on H1, we shouldn't just break this one. I mean, if this was external, we shouldn't just break this one. We should break the whole wicks, right? Just a simple break of structure. Now for H1, we should break this and this, right? But on H4, you should just break below, okay? We should just close below this. If we close below it just like this, or just add it, okay? If it closes at the same price, it's also a breakout, guys, by the way. So let's say this is a breakout, okay? This is a breakout. Yeah, but for now, storyline is bullish. And where did the storyline start from? Where did the storyline start from? So how do you know it's going to finish in the first place? So let's say this is the daily, right? And you have your signs, okay? You have a rejection, and you have an H4 breakout, or a H1 external breakout, H4 external breakout, and then price is going lower, right? Oh, I have 3 destinations. Which one price is going to stop at? You shouldn't bother yourself on where the storyline is going to end. So what you do is basically monitor the same thing down there. So if one of these levels going to give you a rejection, you should wait for the H4 breakout. Now price is going there, So if this one gives you a rejection, wait for a breakout, right? If it doesn't break out in that same day or the next day, that means we're still bearish, right? If it doesn't do this in the same day or the day after, or basically just goes down below this low again by like 30 pips, 20 pips, whatever, okay? It means that it's going to go for the next daily. So that's why I said the rejection alone is not enough. So you need a rejection plus a breakout. So price, go there. Let's say it rejected this daily, right? And then external breakout right here, right there. And now we are bullish. Bullish where? To another dailies, right here. So you shouldn't bother yourself by the destination, okay? You should bother yourself by the price action inside of here. How do you take the sells in here? We will cover that in the entry session. Don't worry. So here, okay, here, over here, how did this bullish move start? And how did this sell move start? So price is going up. Oh, where did this wick come from? So it came from this gap fresh level. Check this one, gap fresh level. Did we reject it? Yes, the first sign is there. Did we have an H4 breakout? Now let's go check where the H4 touched it. So you go to H4. Now, where did the H4 touch it? So it goes up, touched it right here. So you put a vertical line on where it touched, right? And you forget about the price action after. Forget about this. And then you check the last low that has been made before the vertical line. See that? Look at that. That's the last low that has been made before the touch. Now, did that low get broken? Yes, it did get broken. Now you just start selling and selling and selling. Okay, but sell where? Let me show you. I mean, until where? So when you go to daily, right? Go to daily. Okay. We had our breakout on the second day, as you can see here. This is the line, and we got our breakout on the second day. Actually, no, on the first day. So after you have a breakout and a rejection, price is going down to the next fresh daily levels. Where is the next fresh daily level? It's right here. Where is the next one? It's right here. The next one, right here. Right here, right? All of these are your fresh destinations. I personally don't go with these unless it's a QM, so I leave this. Okay, the levels in between, like so far behind, or I don't know, I don't like RBS SBR, so I just remove these. I keep the recent leg price action. Okay, keep this one, QM, a gap right here, and then you have many destinations. You have this one. Okay, this one's not fresh. I have this one, right? I have this one. So how do you know price is gonna stop at one of these levels? You basically should not care, the first thing. But how do you know? You wait for a rejection on one of these levels and a breakout. Very, very simple. And then you will start monitoring the destinations for the daily sells. Okay, so now you should only start selling until we reach here. And then once we reach here, you TP your sells. Okay, you TP your sells and wait for a rejection H4 breakout. So I personally don't TP everything. Okay, especially if it breaks it. Let's see here. So price did what? Broke this. It broke this level and then rejected what? Reject this QM. And once you have the rejection, you wait for the breakout. Now let's go check if we have a breakout on H4.
Yeah,
So,
coach. Huh?
so right here, you see where we touched it, guys? See that? Yeah, see that? Now, did we break the external high that has been made before the touch? Look, touch, go up to it, rejected it many times. See that? So it doesn't really want to break it. That's a sign that price wants to go lower. Go lower where? If we broke this, we would have went higher. But now price is bearish, still bearish. Didn't break that high. So this level right here did not start a bullish storyline. And then price went where? This level, did it reject it? No. This level, did it reject it? No. Okay, this level, these levels, no rejections. Down until where? Till here. So we have a gap right here. Check this out. Check this gap. Fresh, fresh, fresh. Boom. We have a daily rejection. Once you have your daily rejection up there, you go to the H4, wait for your breakout. So you look where price touched it. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Where is the external breakout? Annotate it. Okay, more. Nice. Oh, that's okay. Okay. So for me, 3, I don't know what's your Telegram name or whatever, but this one is a break, but we only said we break the shadow or the wick on H1. Now we are using H4, right? So we just break the body. We don't necessarily have to break the wick. Okay. So we broke this one. And why not this one, lah? Why not this one, guys?
Because
Can someone
this
tell me?
high was the last
Mhm.
high before we touched the level.
Because it's
Amazing.
internal.
Yes, yes, amazing, amazing. So that's because this one has been made after the touch, and this one has been made before the touch. That's the external level. Happened after touch. Yep, yep. After we broke this, we did daily reject daily. Boom, price just flies. See that? Now flies where? It flies to this level, this level, this level, these levels right here, right? Don't have to mark all of them, just be flexible, right? To this level. Now you monitor where price rejected. So I was expecting price to go to this destination, but then the next week it just opened there, so it was quite weird. So now, as you can see, we have a rejection here, but price didn't go lower. Let's check why. Go to the H4, touched it here, right? Did it break this low? No, it didn't. So the only times you have to wait is when price rejects a daily. So you just have to wait 4 to 8 hours. If you don't have the breakout, you just continue buying or selling in that storyline. Okay, so boom, goes down, doesn't open opens a new day, boom. And there is this tip. Basically, it's not really a concept, but from my own experience, what I noticed, right? What I noticed, you see when price starts a storyline from a major swing point. So you see this far gap right here. It's way too far, right? In my own experience, what I noticed is that price is not gonna choose as a close destination. It's at least gonna fly 1,000 pips, right? Now price from here went up like 1,200 pips, right? So I didn't really expect price to stop here because this is a major swing point. See, look at that, boom. See this whole move? At least it's gonna do 50% of this move. Okay, so price goes there, boom. It doesn't react from this, does react from this. So yeah, basically if you follow the plan, you should monitor these levels and wait for rejection. But for me, when I have seen this rejection, I was like, there is no way it's gonna break out lower and go lower, because in my own experience in the last few years or months, basically, it never happened, right? It always goes to a swing level right here, and then boom. Okay, maybe the small levels inside here, right? See, this one goes up a little bit and then go down. It doesn't really start 500, 600 pips move. So you get what I'm saying. So this one is way too far. Okay, and it's a swing low. So it's like alone here. It's never visited, and it started the major move. See that? See that? So for me, when price goes up, let's say we have this fresh level, right? See this swing high, right? It started the big sell move. If price goes there and gives me a rejection and H4 breakout, I'm not gonna expect the bearish trailing to stop here or stop here. No, I'm gonna expect to go at least 1,000 pips, right? And then monitor. Now we're just talking about the daily storyline. There is another way to know that this will not hold. Okay, there is another way to know that this one is not going to hold. How is that? Basically by checking the weekly storyline. Let's check the weekly storyline. Now, the weekly, basically, you will need weekly reject weekly, daily breakout. Okay, so price came lower, see that? And then it rejected what? This unfresh level. Okay, so there is this thing about the weekly, right? Sometimes the levels, right, are unfresh, but it still gives you a reaction. When do I do that? So let's say price makes a hole, right? Now, these are all weekly levels. And you will use this also on H1. So these are all weekly levels, and they're all unfresh, 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 unfresh. If price is going up, right? If price is going up, I'm not going to use this one or this one or this one. I'm going to use the last level of this whole leg. So this level up there, that's the only fresh level. Sorry, the only unfresh level that I'm going to use. So price is going down, right? You have this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Where is the last unfresh level of this whole leg? It's right there. So the last level of a whole leg, it doesn't matter if it's fresh or unfresh, it can still give you a reaction. This is how I bought here, by the way, because it was the last resort, right? Last resort. There's nothing below it. If it breaks it or goes down by like 50, 60 pips lower than this low right here, I just know for sure that it's gonna go there, right? To the next swing low. Of course, I'm gonna monitor this fresh level, this fresh level. Okay, I'm gonna monitor these, just in case, because you never know. But always target the major swing points that started the whole big ass move. Okay, so goes there. I was like, yeah, this low right here started this up move right here, and this weekly aligns with that daily fresh. Okay, so weekly,
Coach,
you need a yes.
yes. Could you please go back to weekly time frame?
For
I
sure.
want to ask you a question.
Mhm.
And this let me annotate just to see. Here we have also a weekly, right? A weekly zone, right? If I understand right.
Yes,
Okay, okay. Like here also.
yes.
Okay,
I was basically monitoring all the levels,
okay, good.
but when price approaching, I monitored the fresh levels and the last level. So the last level, of course, I would like it to be fresh, but I'm just teaching you some flexibility, okay? I don't want you to just stick to one plan. Oh, it's not fresh. I don't want to look at it. That's just me basically hiding something from you, you know? Because I personally, okay, us as traders, let's be honest, we go against our plans sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I bought right here for, you can, if I can't explain it, it's basically I bought for no reason. But a lot of people were asking me how did I buy here. So first of all, it's a very, 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 very high risk trade, right? I bought there because simply I was like, yeah, let's just buy that. You know what I'm saying? Like unfresh level, but it's the last level there. That's literally the reason why I bought there. And it's just my experience and my feelings. So the last levels that are unfresh, you should keep an eye on it. So let's say this one, right? It's the last unfresh level of this whole leg. If price goes there, I might sell from there, right? If it's aligning with a daily fresh. So let's go check a daily fresh. Yeah, check this out. What's here? See that? Daily fresh level? Yeah, I'm selling there, high risk. I'm not gonna put a lot of lots, but I'm selling there. So yeah, just be flexible with it. Yeah, I was monitoring this fresh level, this one I was not monitoring because it was fresh and unfresh and not even the last one, so I don't really care about it. So we didn't reject these and rejected this one. Now, do we have a daily breakout? Check this out. You go to the daily. Boom. See this? That's the external breakout. Why not this one? Why not this one? Because they were made after the touch. Now, daily breakout. Now, what's the week, guys? Is the weekly bullish or bearish?
It's a bullish.
Bullish. What about the daily?
Daily,
What's the
daily break any 4-hour external, then it's also bullish.
Yes. So we have weekly and daily bullish. What do you want to do in the market? Do you want to sell or buy?
Buy.
Buy. Of course, you don't want to sell. So any sell is high risk. So for the guys that want to high risk, I personally don't suggest you go on a prop firm and just do that there because there is no point. On a prop firm, you would like to take not the best of the best quality setups because you will have to wait a lot, but you will have to go with the storyline. That's it. It doesn't matter what entry type you're going to use from the ones that I'm going to teach you. It doesn't matter which one really. As long as it's with the storyline, it's not high risk. Okay? Because they all make sense and you will have a lot of pullbacks. If you don't have a pullback on H4, you will have it on H1. If you don't have it on H1, I will show you an entry type on how to entry on a pullback on M30, right? So as long as you master the storyline, that's all that matters. So against the storyline is very risky. but there are proper ways to go against the storyline, which I'm going to show you soon. So, for example, there is a proper way to buy right here. Why did I put 10 lots? Because that's the last level. That's the last level. If this broke and I lost, I instantly know that price will go lower, and I will instantly make up my losses back by selling. Right? You get what I'm saying, guys?
Yes, we got it.
Okay, amazing.
Yes, sir.
So do you guys have any questions for now? I'm going quite too fast in it. Any
Sir,
questions, guys?
this down move also comes from a weekly, daily, and 4-hour bearish
Can you show
storyline.
me?
I mean, this move
Yes.
also coming from weekly, bearish storyline and daily bearish storyline.
So the most important, okay, this is how you should think about the storyline. The most important storyline is the daily, because the daily is going to finish the storyline itself before completing the weekly. So when the weekly, why do you check the weekly? You only check the weekly storyline to know that price is willing to go so far or not so far. What do I mean by that? When the daily and the weekly are aligned with each other, like here, you know that price is not gonna pull back that much, you know? You will understand that price wants to fly. It wants to fly more. So for the daily storyline, you will only be able to predict a small movement, 300 pips, 200 pips, 400 pips, 200 pips, 300 pips, and the 1,000 pips, 2,000 pips moves happens when the daily and the weekly are aligned with each other. And guess what? When the monthly enters, the monthly is basically shit. It's not consistent at all. But when it becomes aligned with the daily and weekly, 3,000 pips, 2,000 pips move. Let me show you. Okay, let me show you this. Do you have monthly reject monthly here? See that, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, monthly reject monthly. Weekly breakout. See this weekly breakout right here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, weekly breakout, the last low that has been made. Now, let's check the weekly storyline. What's the weekly storyline? Do you have a weekly reject weekly? Yes. Let's go to the daily. Boom. External breakout. Last low that has been made before the touch. Now, the weekly is also bearish. Now, let's go to the daily. Daily reject daily. Check this out. Daily, fresh, rejected by daily fresh, right? Go to the H4. On the H4, you have an external breakout. Now, is everything aligned with each other here? Daily, weekly, and then monthly, right? Boom. Big ass move. You understand what I'm saying? When they're all aligned with each other, a big move starts. So from here, after this breakout, down to there, 2,700 pips. Now, guess what, guys? What do we have? A monthly will reject a monthly in 16 days. So in my opinion, right, in my own experience, I don't think that the monthly is gonna go back down and not reject this, okay, because it's way too far, I guess. Just a feeling, right? Don't stick to that. So let's say you have a monthly reject monthly. This is not a rejection yet, guys. It's not a rejection yet until we finish forming the candlestick, 16 days and 7 hours. So until we finish forming this 16 days for 7 hours, right? The monthly reject monthly. You go to the weekly. We already have the weekly breakout, guys. See that?
Yes.
Yes. So gold, if we reject this weekly breakout, I'm expecting an all-time high, right? So, yeah, that's the deep understanding of a storyline. Do you have any questions about storyline? Because we finished it.
No,
Come on, guys.
it's okay.
You must have some questions.
I mean,
Mhm.
the rejection, if understand well, must come in the same time frame, right? Of the level.
Yes, yes, yes. So if the level is on the daily, the rejection should be on the daily. But on H4, you don't care if there is rejection or not, or break it, whatever.
Yeah. 'cause
So
you don't
let's say this is daily, right? And then H4 is like this, but daily it rejects. It doesn't matter. It's correct. Okay. Did I answer your question? Any other questions?
Yes, yes, yes.
Amazing. Other questions, guys?
No, sir.
Okay, amazing. I think I'm so good at teaching, huh? Okay. If you missed the start of a storyline, when should you get in? Okay, getting in is for entries. Now let me give you a hint for entries. I know you guys are very excited to start pressing these buttons, isn't it? You just want to press buy, sell. Yeah, I get you guys. Yeah. Okay, so let me quite give you something to use for the next week, right? Any homework? Yes, of course there will be homeworks. So I want you to pick some pairs, whatever. Pick the swing points, right? And give me the start of a storyline and the end with the breakout. Okay. Don't go with H1 yet. Give me daily reject daily H4 breakout. I mean, that's the only homework that I can give you for now, but let me give you sorry. Let me give you an entry type that you might want to use for next week. So let's say you have, right? Let me actually give you a hint, a good one. So daily reject daily. Can someone remove this annotation from here? So daily reject daily. Reject daily. H4 breakout. Right. How do I remove? Okay, nice. So daily reject daily. H4 breakout. Now you might have a lot of entry types because we have a lot of entry types because price might go down instant. It might pull back a little bit and then go down. It might pull back all the way up and then go down, right? Which one is the best entry? I'm going to give you the best entry. The best entry is basically when it pulls back, this is H4, right? When it pulls back to the last A level, boom. And then you would want to sell. This sell, you would put 30 pips stop loss, right? Entry here. TP where? The next daily. The next daily. So depends on where is the next daily, it's gonna decide your RR. Now, boom, they reject daily, H4 breakout, price pulls back all the way up, sell. Price sometimes might do this, pulls back only to one of these levels. So I taught you about QM, right? A QM is basically you have an A level and then a bigger A level than it. So the first A level becomes a QM, left shoulder. Right, this is a QM. It might pull back to QM and then just go down to the next daily. So how do you identify if it's gonna go there or here? We will use confirmation. I will teach you that in the next session. So price is gonna go there. Now, is that the only entries we're getting? Only after a breakout pullback entry, and then we have to wait the next daily? No. You can stack your sells after every pullback. Now, price is gonna pull back by wicks, bodies, whatever. After every pullback, you might want to sell. Now, how do you sell after every pullback? Pulls back to one of the H4 levels. You might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels, right? How do you pick the right one? We also use the confirmation, but the confirmation, so basically these are, so you see this entry right here, it's the first one after the breakout. So that one is called basically the pullback entry, basically first pullback entry after breakout. The one there called the apex low risk entry. So after these, all the entries that comes afterwards are called continuation entries. So for continuation entries, we use confirmation, but just 20%. I personally don't use confirmation anymore. What matters in the continuation entries is the refinement. So you see these H4 levels, right? You should be so good at refining them to the H1 and finding the right H1 spot. Right, sweet spot on H1. You might have a normal gap on H4 and then price pulls back, put 30 pip stop loss, but then it gives you a sell that goes down. Why? Because the sweet spot on H1 is right there. So when you refine it, you will find something like this, right? This is your original H4, but you would want to take this one. I will give you a reason why you would want to take this one. And then price touches it and then boom, right? So you will need to be so good at refining on H1. We will do a special session for that, right? So price pulls back, right? And how do you neglect the other levels? It's not by using confirmation, but by refining to H1. If your H1 refinement is good, you don't need confirmation, you don't need anything else. So refining to H1, pulls back entry, refine H1, pulls back entry, pulls back entry. This is your basically continuation entries, which I use most of the time. Now you have another type of continuation entries, which is called engulfing, right? You must have heard about this one. We will also cover it in the next sessions. Engulfing, we have continuation here. We have the low risk, price pulls back. I will give you an example about the low risk one. It's one of my favorite. What happened here?
Yeah, coach,
Okay.
just one question, please.
Yes.
Those entries are pending entries or market
You
entries?
can do whatever. So the difference between pending and limit is just the mood, basically. So if you want to layer, you can layer. If you want to limit, put a limit, whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah, let me show you an example here. So you see this high right here, we have a fresh level right there. Do you have basically, wait, not this one. Can't go back there. So let's go with, there is a lot in here. Daily reject dailies. So just focus with me, guys, okay? Daily reject daily, right? Daily reject daily, daily reject daily right here, and a daily reject daily. So let's go and check the H4 breakouts and pullbacks. Touches it, breaks out here, right? Breaks out, and then it's supposed to pull back to the last level and sell. Check what happened. Boom, pulls back to the last level, sell, and then touches this one, gives you a daily breakout, right? H4 breakout, I'm sorry, H4 breakout, and then supposed to what? Pulls back to the last level and then buy. What happens? Pulls back, buy. Now you have another daily reject daily. There is a daily level there, and then rejected it, and then you have a H4 breakout. Supposed to do what? Pulls back to the last level, then sells. Right. This is the low risk entry. I'm gonna send you a new link. This one is gonna end. Okay, just a moment.